Good morning, guys. I'm back on here to do a reading. I'm going to do a collective reading today, so this all signs are included. Hope everyone had a nice night. Here in Cleveland, it's going to be a really nice day, so kind of looking forward to it, even though I'm still going to go into work, so it's whatever. Oh, and we got the first card out. We've got a Six of Pentacles, which is like an equal give and take, right? Generosity, shared wealth, giving and receiving. Let's see what else we can find out with this. We got Taurus. Okay. And we got an Ace of Wands and a Two of Pentacles. So it looks like there's an opportunity that's coming in from the universe, right? And it's going to be something that's basically fair. It's balanced because the Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. So we've got the Ace of Wands right after it. That's a new opportunity that's coming to you, like from the divine, something that's being brought to you, offered from the divine. And then we've got you trying to find balance here. We got the Two of Pentacles, which is a person that's usually like can't make a decision, right? So they're weighing out positives and negatives in every situation. Let me see what else. Let me see. Tell me more about the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Hanged Man. So it looks like you're going to take quite a bit of time to consider this new opportunity that's coming in. But it looks like it's something that's going to be good for you. Let me see if I can clarify the Six of Pentacles. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. High Priestess. So intuitively, you know what the right decision is here in this situation. And you might need to take that time, like in the Hanged Man, to really change your perspective on this situation. Let me see if I can get some clarity on what this opportunity is. Tell me more about the Ace of Wands, please. Nine of Pentacles. It looks like we got the Seven of Swords and we got the Nine of Pentacles, right? So the Nine of Pentacles is like the abundant lady. She's completely self-sufficient, right? Fancy. She's relaxed. She's getting messages from the universe, from the divine. But then we've also got the Seven of Swords, which is like the trickery, the scheming card. And maybe that's what's got you in this Two of Pentacles, right? Because you've had previous experiences where a new opportunity has come through and maybe you didn't take the time in Hangman to really fully, fully consider that opportunity and if it was right for you. And in the past, it didn't work out for you. Maybe it wasn't balanced. Maybe you felt like you weren't being paid what you deserved. Or in a relationship, you feel like you were giving more than you were receiving from this person. So it's really important now with this new opportunity that you use your intuition, possibly using like meditation, yoga, going out into the outdoors, anything that can kind of quiet your mind, where you can take that time to really consider all aspects of the opportunity, right? So that you don't end up in another situation where you feel like you've been tricked. I want to try to use another deck of cards that I have, these little round cards. They're pretty interesting and they always kind of surprise me, but they can be pretty accurate. So I'm going to pull these out and see what we get with this. So right now it does look like there's something new coming in, but there may be some apprehension just because of things that happened in the past where things weren't balanced, it wasn't fair, you feel like you were tricked. And right now it looks like you're in this abundant energy, right? Like this independent energy where you're able to actually hear the divine, right? Hear the messages that are being communicated to you from God, right? You're in a relaxed enough state where you can follow that guidance. And I know, like, you don't want to lose that. I understand that 100% completely. And that's why we need to take the time to really go within and really examine every opportunity that comes to us. Okay. Let's see. So we got the Ace of Cups and the Death card. It's so funny because these two cards are kind of like opposites, right? You've got a Death card that's usually about a rebirth, right? A transformation that happens within you. And then we've got an Ace of Cups, which is a new opportunity, usually in love, something that has to do with emotions, right? So now you have an opportunity that's coming to you in work, right? Because we have the Wand, which wands are about action. It's about like putting things into action and usually associated with work. And we also have an Ace of Cups, which is a new opportunity that has to do with emotions. And like if you notice, there's two swans there. So it feels like that's an opportunity like with love. But it's tied together with the Death card. So it's kind of like you have to put your emotions to the side at this time, right? Because the cups are so much about emotions, and then you have the Death card right next to it. This is something that you have to be guided by your intuition on this matter, right? You can't use your emotions, right? You can't think about how you're going to feel in the job. You have to be practical in this situation. That's what this is telling me. Let me see what else I can find out. Tell me more about the Death card. Oh. Oh. No. Leave those behind. I'll take the ones that fell out. We got the Priestess of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the World card. See, this looks like it's the end of a cycle. So it looks like you need to move on to this new opportunity because this cycle has ended. We've got the World card at the end. That's the ending of a cycle. It looks like you did invest into this situation. You had the Ace of Pentacles. You have basically the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it looks like this last cycle was pretty tough. You know, you had an opportunity that kind of popped up that you thought was going to work out well for you. And then this scenario kind of got out of your hands really quickly. That's what this looks like with the Priestess of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, basically. It looks like you were looking for some type of a family situation here. So this must be like a love situation that didn't quite work out. It looks like you were looking for a family and that didn't happen. But we're closing this cycle out and let's see what we can find out about what's coming next. Show me what's next in this situation. Son of Wands. So we basically got the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is very similar to the Ace of Wands, right? Because it's kind of like that inspiration, that fire, that passion that you need to kind of start on your new project. That's a young energy that's very excited, really I don't know, kind of like amazed with the world. So they have the passion to go run out and start something new without necessarily considering all aspects of everything, right? But we talked about how we do really need to use intuition and take the time to focus on whether this is going to be a good opportunity for us. Like, the more I look at this, the more it feels like this is a love situation. It feels like a relationship that didn't quite work out as well as you hoped. Possibly you might have had a child with this person and then now they're gone. That cycle's closed, right? And there's a possibility for a new opportunity coming up here, but we can't keep our focus on the things that happened in the previous one, right? Because it looks like there was some deception in the previous one. We had that Seven of Swords deception card, and you kind of went back and forth. I don't know if the other person wasn't sure about you or had other options or what it was, but it just didn't work out for more reasons than one, is what it looks like. But we can't carry that on to the future, right? We have to go in with like kind of an open heart, find that passion within us, but at the same time, remember to think, right? Remember not to jump in. Remember to use your intuition for this next situation that you have coming up. But it looks like it's going to be a fun person. I mean, from what I'm seeing here, you're going to spend a lot of time outdoors with family. Let's see what else we got. We've got the Fool and we've got the Eight of Cups. So exactly what we need, right? So the Fool is the one that starts the new journey, right? You're taking the first step. That's the Fool card. Every time you're starting something new, you're the Fool, right? You have no knowledge on this topic. You don't know how it's going to go. You don't have experience in that field. So as the Fool, we're jumping in, right? Like jumping head first into something new, possibly something having to do with animals from what I see here, or plants. I mean, that's just what I'm seeing here. But you're starting something new, possibly this relationship or job. And we've got also the Eight of Cups. So traditionally, the Eight of Cups is kind of like you leaving something behind that you had a lot of emotions for, because the cups are emotions. And it's just you're leaving that behind for your growth. And it's something that has to happen. So it feels like this scenario, whether it's a relationship or a job, is something that it's time to move on. This cycle has closed. In order for you to grow, which the Eight of Cups, he's walking away and heading towards mountains, which is like about growth and spirituality. So in order for you to grow, you have to take that chance, right? You have to be the Fool. You have to take the opportunity that's being given to you, examine it, jump into it, and leave behind, even though it's hard. It's gonna cause some sadness and some sorrow to leave things in the past. But that's the only way we're gonna grow, is if we continue moving forward every day, right? I really like this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, I'm looking forward to a new opportunity too. Like, I feel like it's time for me to take a chance on something. So we'll find out how everything goes. And if you want to hear your sign, go ahead and leave it in the comments, and I'll get to you next time. Take care. I love you guys. See you next time.